Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll be learning about data types, right? Data types. What is data types in JavaScript? We'll be exploring that. And while we are learning JavaScript, we are staying inside Node.js ecosystem. That means we are not going to the browser runtime environment. Rather, we are using the Node.js runtime environment where our JavaScript codes will be running inside the server or inside a desktop environment. All right. In many of the programming languages, what we see that the data type is declared or data type annotated or data type fixed at the compile time by specifying a reserved keyword called int or float or as a string or as a boolean. We don't know what are the things are, but maybe you have seen that previously in some of the code in other languages. So now in JavaScript, that's a dynamically typed language. That means you don't have to tell what is the type of the variable. And now in a fast go, while we are declaring the variable, you can give it a value. And if you want to check what is the type of that value, what is the type of that value? Type is type of age, right? If you want to see the type, you will have to do this console log. The type is number. That's cool. But you can change the type here on the runtime, right? The first time it was a type of number, but in the second time, it is a type of string. It can change the type based on the value you have assigned to it. Based on the value you have assigned to it. That means a variable, we know a variable can change the value inside it. We can reinitialize or reassign the value. Once you have reassigned the value with a number 78, then the type of that variable is number. And now when you change the variable to a word like my name, then it's a string. So what is a string? A string is the collection of the characters. What is the collection of the character? H is a character, I is a character, R is a character, A is a character. Combinedly, when we are declaring them inside this double quotation, that makes a string. That makes a string, right? That makes a string. Inside double quotation, whatever the character is, that's considered as a string. So now you have changed the type. And again, if you want to do this, let's say for example, true. True is a type of variable that you can call a boolean, right? Boolean value. That the boolean is either true or false. Now if you run that code, that's a boolean, right? That's a boolean value. JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. That means it don't care about the type. Whatever the value you'll be assigning, it will be just holding that type based on the value that you have assigned to it. That's simple, right? That's very simple. Now if you assign object to it, right? If you assign object to it, and in the second line, if you want to know what is the type, then it will be telling that the type is object, right? And again, if you want to explore what is the type of that function, then if you store function inside a variable, that's also doable inside JavaScript. We'll be discussing more about that. We'll be discussing definitely more about that, how you can do that. Now the type is function, right? Now if you assign undefined here and want to see the type, then it's undefined. And if you again reassign the value as null, then the type is object. For null, it's an object. Right, everyone, we have seen some of the dynamically typed variables behavior, and we also know that there are variables of type functions, strings, booleans, and numbers. To do all of the coding, to do the basic coding, and to do the basic to advanced type of coding, we need to learn about the string is commonly used type. What is a string? A string is a collection of characters. And another very important variable type is number. Those are number. This 34343 is a number, right? Another type of variable type is boolean. Boolean is true or false. Often they can also be considered as 1 or 0, right? Or 1 or 0. Boolean true false or 1 or 0. 1 is true and 0 is false, right? And another type of variable is very important is object. So those are the commonly used types inside JavaScript and inside Node.js. In the next video, we'll be discussing more about data types in real life. We are learning Node.js and we are actually telling the series of 100 days of Node.js. We'll be learning Node.js comprehensively by short and concise video. I will not bore you with long videos. Those will be very short and concise. If you have any suggestion, do let me know in the comment section so that I can improve myself. And as I have already said that English is not my first language. And as I have already said that I'll be helping you to learn Node.js programming in 2024. So let's go to the next video and learn more about data types in real life.